the summer of 2015, the Boone County Fire Chiefs met with representatives of the Boone County Fiscal Court to address their concerns regarding deficiencies in the Boone County Emergency Communications System, which serves firefighters, paramedics, and law enforcement officers across the county. The Fiscal Court appointed a steering committee to study the issue, which was comprised of members from the fire service, law enforcement, emergency management, dispatch, and county administration. Upon recommendation of the steering committee, the court engaged TUSA Consulting to conduct a full review of the county system and to make recommendations for improving or replacing the system. TUSA is an independent consultant serving at the pleasure of the fiscal court and is not a sales agent, service provider, or vendor for any brand. The results of the study indicated that while the current system has been a workhorse for Boone County, it was based upon pre-World War II technology and has passed its useful life. Many of its components are no longer supported or soon will not be supported, and its limitations do not meet the needs of first responders or the public. This map demonstrates the consultant's findings for coverage on the fire channels which utilize the VHF band. The brown and white areas of the map indicate areas in the county where a firefighter cannot use a portable radio to talk to dispatchers when they are in need of assistance. The portable radio is the lifeline for first responders, and it is industry standard that a first responder be able to reach dispatch using a portable radio. This map demonstrates the consultant's findings for coverage for law enforcement, which utilizes the UHF band. The brown and white areas of the map indicate areas in the county where a police officer or deputy cannot use a portable radio to talk to dispatchers when they are in need of assistance. In addition, for both fire and law enforcement agencies, there are significant challenges when responding to calls in large structures such as schools, factories, and warehouses, as the UHF and VHF bands do not penetrate large buildings well. This is a significant issue here in Boone County. TUSA concluded that existing coverage is unsatisfactory and the older technology is inefficient because it acts just like an old party line telephone where first responders and dispatchers must talk over each other on the channels. The system is challenging because with fire and law enforcement using different bands, they cannot talk to each other and must relay all communication through dispatch. This is not efficient and poses safety concerns for the first responders while reducing service provided to the public, especially if responding to a large-scale event in the county or the region. TUSA recommended that Boone County implement a P25 800 MHz emergency communication system. This is an industry-accepted proven digital technology that can be operated at higher power levels, thus greatly enhancing communication coverage within the county as well as in large buildings. With all agencies on the same system, first responders will be able to communicate with each other, and because the technology uses channels more efficiently, unlike the old party line system, there is unlimited talk group potential. The system can be opened up then to other agencies and users, such as school systems, transportation, other county departments, and utilities. Boone County has immediate challenges, including the need to upgrade the emergency communication system and funding of the 911 call center, as well as future challenges, including public safety infrastructure, such as the county jail, which has reached capacity, transportation enhancement, as the need to address congestion and upgrades to county roads becomes more and more critical, as well as the need to address other aging public infrastructure. To meet these capital needs, local governments are very limited in how to fund them. Options include real estate taxes, payroll taxes, insurance premium taxes, or some direct fees for services. Other options, such as sales taxes, are not available to local governments. The county staff has developed 3 scenarios that provide the fiscal court with a range of options, from simply addressing the emergency communication system upgrade to being more strategic in planning for current and future needs. Members of the fiscal court have been meeting with groups across the county to explain these options and solicit feedback from the public as to what will best position Boone County for the future. Option 1 would raise real and tangible property rates to generate additional revenue. This would allow the county to pay for financing on a new emergency communication system. The positive of this option is that it funds the system that has been identified as critical to public safety. The negatives that have been identified with this approach are that it does not address the funding deficiencies for the 911 call center, which currently must be subsidized from the county's general fund due to the fact that the current 911 landline fee is declining annually as citizens are eliminating their landlines. Other comments have expressed concern that higher property tax rates may negatively impact economic development projects and may have negative impacts on real estate sales. Option 2 would adopt a flat fee on each dwelling unit in the county to fund the system and to provide additional funds toward the operation of the 911 call center. To fully meet these funding goals, it would require a dwelling unit fee of approximately $93. Some positives identified with this approach are that the fee would be shared by every address in the county and that it will fund the new system while providing additional funding for the 911 call center. Adopting this option would include the elimination of the current 911 fee. Some negatives to this approach are that every dwelling will pay the same amount, regardless of whether it is a large business or a single residential unit, even though a large entity is likely to utilize the system much more than the residents, and that anything less than $93 will require continuing subsidies from the general fund, which will likely need to be addressed in the future. The third funding option is to strategically evaluate the possibility of restructuring the revenue components which fund Boone County government. This would include adopting an insurance premium tax and eliminating or reducing several other taxes and fees. The positive characteristics of an insurance premium tax include its broad-based nature and that it is tax-deductible for the citizen. It is anticipated that an insurance premium tax will apply to property, casualty, and only the first-year premiums of life insurance, but will not apply to health insurance or workers' comp insurance. Additionally, residents in cities that currently assess the tax receive an offset, meaning they are not taxed twice. In northern Kentucky, 32 of 36 local governments currently utilize the insurance premium tax, with a medium rate of 10%. The proposed rate for Boone County would be 8%. The revenue restructuring option also provides an opportunity to not simply fund critical needs, but create a more fair and efficient tax structure. This would include a proposal to reduce real property tax rates, reduce tangible property tax rates, elimination of the county portion of the motor vehicle tax, and the elimination of the 911 landline fee. The remaining revenue will fund the implementation of the emergency communication system, fully fund the 911 call center, with any additional revenue collected being restricted by law to the county's capital improvement fund to be used for public safety, transportation, and public infrastructure projects. Each project must be approved by the fiscal court. Thus, no funds above paying for the new communication system and the operation of the 911 call center would be placed in the general fund or used to grow county government. Finally, please review the following comparisons to see how Boone County is positioned with its neighbors. This chart illustrates the taxes and fees in Boone County as compared to Campbell and Kenton County for each funding scenario. This chart illustrates the property tax rates for Northern Kentucky in 2015. Boone County is currently the fourth lowest rate in Northern Kentucky. Under Option 3, Boone County would have the lowest real property tax rate among any jurisdiction in the 3 Northern Kentucky counties. Thank you for viewing this material. If you have any feedback or comments that you would like to share with the fiscal court, please contact them by emailing feedback@boonecountyky.org. Thanks for watching.